This is a first of a series where I experiment with the power of positive thinking. I, like many other people, have not been a fan of manifestations and affirmations and all those things that just, let's face it, they sound so woo-woo, okay? I don't believe in them. And not to say that it hasn't worked for people or that the people on the internet that talk about how they manifested this and that are lying, but as a biomedical science graduate, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying any of that, okay? However, today I was listening to a podcast called Modern Wisdom, as I do, and there was a psychologist on this week. I'm not going to put it up on the screen because this will be unedited, okay? This is chit chat. Anyway, and this guy talked about how there's been people that have healed actual disorders and conditions like Parkinson's disease, people that have healed things like not being able to walk, people that have healed bowel disorders, people that have healed all sorts of diseases just with the power of their minds. Okay, that got my attention. I don't know about you, but that got my attention because he said there's a bunch of data about this, and there's a few more that are still being, peer reviewed before they get published. And while I haven't really looked at the data, I've been at work all day. I really intend to, because I'm very, very interested. So I listened to this very early in the morning while I was getting ready for work. And I was like, I'll put it to the test. Being a science student and all, I will put this to the test. And I would try and just kind of practice what this guy was preaching in the video. It talked about how it's not about how you, I don't know how to express it. It's not about dampening and suppressing the negative emotions. I think that's the part of it that I really, really liked, because a lot of positivity influencers or, manifestation gurus, they always talk about how everything's all, hunky-dory and bright and beautiful, and how everything's just, so good, and never think negatively. You're going to ruin what you're manifesting. Block out all the buts and all the negative thoughts. I don't believe in any of that shit, okay? We're human. We're going to have negative thoughts. We're going to feel angry. We're going to feel mad. We're going to feel sad. We're going to feel lonely. We are human. That's part of what makes us human. However, this psychologist talked about how it's not about trying to suppress negative emotions. It's about feeling them. You sit in the negative emotions until you get out of it. You sit in that negative emotion until we get powerless, until that emotion has no power over you, until that emotion no longer has power over you. And I thought, now that's something I can get behind. That's a smart way to think about it. That's a smart way to look at it. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to practice that today. Whenever I feel upset or annoyed or whatever the negative emotion is that I, don't want to feel, of course you don't want to feel annoyed or angry or sad or whatever. Instead of being mad at myself that I'm mad, or being mad at myself that I'm sad, or being mad at myself that I don't feel good and I should feel good because what is so wrong with my life, right? Instead of having all those emotions, I'm just going to acknowledge it. First of all, acknowledge it, and then bask in it a little bit. Just sit in it and be like, okay, I guess right now I'm upset because of this. I'll just wait for it to pass. It's fine. Everyone gets upset about this, and that. And I have to say, I had a good day. I had a good day today. Nothing really happened that upset me on the way to work. But even normally when I'm going to work in the morning, sometimes I'm just like, oh, again, another day, right? Another day of hustle. But this time, I just thought, okay, this is a job that I applied to because I wanted to do, right? I wanted to do it. This is a job that some will say I'm lucky to have. This is a job that I feel proud of myself for having. So how about I just go to work and just take up this mentality that it's something that I want to do. This is something I've chosen to do. No one actually forced me to apply to this bank. No one forced me, right? I am just going into work on my own accord. Of course, I need to pay bills, but I applied to this job I was happy I got it. I'm going to try and enjoy it, no matter how stressful it gets. That was one thing I had in mind going into work today. So I was just coming in, if all this, as I do in the morning, just trying to be smiley or whatever. And I always say good morning to everyone when I get into my office, everyone on my team. And the first 15 minutes today, I literally spent chit chatting because I came in supposedly in my head with such positive energy. I mean, I always go in with okay energy. I always smile and say good morning. But I guess something about me this morning just kind of, made people think I was in a mood to chat. But as soon as I got into work, people started chatting to me, and I literally spent the first 15 minutes just chatting random bullshit with my manager and two other people on my team. And we literally just kept on chatting and chatting and chatting. And that just eased me into the day and eased everyone else into the day. At some point, I told someone on my team, I was like, I talk too much sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I talk too much. Look at the time. It's 9:16 and I've literally not even logged into my laptop yet. And she said, yeah, but I love it because, you bring so much. She said, I bring so much like laughter. Everything was serious before I walked in, and now everyone's like smiley and talking to each other. And I went, oh, that's nice. Like that's a good thing to hear, right? And I just thought to myself, oh, okay, I might keep trying this positive thinking after all and just see how it goes. And throughout the day, the key word is mindfulness. Mindfulness. Throughout the day, I think I was mindful of how I felt. Yeah, I just thought about how I felt more, which is kind of weird. I've never been that person that thinks about how she feels. Like, what? That is crazy. So I wanted to share that. Day one. Today went all right. Like, I can't say anything went miraculously great, but it didn't go bad either. Like, in fact, one thing that was stressing me out before going into work today just kind of worked itself out. So you could say that's me, attracting positive energy, or you could say just my reaction to things made things easier for me today. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I intend to keep trying it. I intend to be more conscious about how I feel and try and sit in whatever emotion it is that is disrupting my day and try not to let it get in my way. So I'm going to be back again tomorrow, I hope, to just let you know how it went in this new journey of positive thinking and mindfulness. And what will be the third thing? Trying to reduce the power that emotions have over you, I guess. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye. Oh, I'm Anjy, by the way, if you're new here.